Hi, everyone. This is Joseph Riggio with Design Perspectives with my new show, Socially Joe. So, just to give you a little bit of feedback on Socially Joe is going to be a weekly podcast where we will bring on local entrepreneurs and business owners and even people that work for someone else as marketing aspects. And they're going to give us a little history about, where they came from, any tips or tricks, what to be aware of, and so on about their businesses to help you grow your business. That's where we are all here about is to help each other grow, network, and learn. So, with that, also once a month, I'm going to try to bring on a nonprofit, and we're going to learn about the nonprofit and see how we can help donate, volunteer, whatever we can to help these local nonprofits. Because there are a lot of nonprofits out there, but we don't see them because we only hear about certain factions that are like broadcast all over nationwide. But what about the smaller ones? We'll go into more on that as we go further. But enough about that. So, Socially Joe was actually brought to this audience by the fact of Joe, me, is very socially networked. So, what does that mean? I actually network a lot and I get to know a lot of people in the area. In fact, that I've been told by so many people that I network way too much. Um, just as a simple fact, I just met a lovely person named Chuck, and I met him through another networking group where, once again, I over network myself way too much and I go to every group, every event, everything like that. And usually I see the same faces, but there are some few new ones that I don't get to know. So this person, Chuck, looked at me and said, I know you, but I don't know you. And I said, okay, elaborate. And he goes, well, we have some of the same friends on Facebook that I see you, and we have the same point of view on everything that we comment on the same post, but I don't know you because I never met you. So we actually had a one-to-one about a week ago, and I learned more about Chuck and his business, and it's awesome. And he learned more about me and my business because, once again, when you go out and network, you don't want to sell yourself. You want to sell information and what you can help each other out. So, in effect, any person I go out and meet with in a one-to-one, I'll sit and listen about the all their history, where they came from, how they grew to where they are, any friends and family they have in the area, anything like that. Because one of the rules is 80-20 rule. And most of it is you want to do 80% listening, 20% talking when you're actually meeting with someone. So, with that, I learn about that person, I learn about their role and responsibility, learn more about their business, and see how I can refer them. Because, once again, I may not be able to use their service, but I have 300 people plus in my back pocket that someone should be able to use their service. And I ask the same of them as well. Now I'm going to turn the little switch here is we are talking about design perspectives. So I wear multiple hats. Once again, Socially Joe goes to networking events working many multiple hats. Okay. Some are more prominent than the others. So I keep it very well balanced, but I make sure I give exact details to each one of my clients. So basically, Design Perspectives is my graphic design firm. I'm a visual brand consultant, CEO, owner of my own company. What Design Perspectives does is we are your one stop shop from concept to creation, from design. So we can do logos, websites, social media, print ads, flyers, banners, brochures, business cards, vehicle window wraps, embroidery, silk screened, promo items, you name it, we can handle it. And we try to make sure that we sit with each of our clients, we figure out what their needs are, and we try to make sure that they are happy with their final results before we even say, here you go. Even to when they're creating their first logo, we make sure that we give them X amount of copies of their logo to look at before they go into the next process, and then so on with their color. I can go delving deep into this topic, but I'm not going to because this is just an introduction to me. Okay. Next part is I'm also a licensed realtor with Weichert Realtors Hallmark Properties in downtown Sarasota. So with that, I actually help my clients buy and sell their homes. And also, the I'll go a little bit more into that after I tell you the next hat I wear. But the other hat is really a part-time job, and I help out a local cleaning company called Joni's Cleaning Service as their marketing manager. So I help go out and market their company, but then I also, look at the properties after they've been cleaned to make sure they've been cleaned properly. But other than that, all three of those have a core common goal. They're here to help. Whether you need help with your branding design to get you where you need to go, whether you need help finding your new property or listing your property and making sure that, you get to your next location, or just making sure that your house is ready and clean, maybe for guest companies, maybe it is for a house listing or a gift cleaning for someone else. These are the core concepts of each one of those and factions. I don't look at it as any type of any marketing scheme in any way. It's here to help, and that's what they're here for. In fact, I kind of laugh and joke that two things actually. One is if I take on mortgage title, I can actually do everything under one roof, really, because not only can I sell your house, I can now market your property, I can actually clean your house, I can do your title, and I can actually do your mortgage. I really don't want to do that, but I'm just laughing because, another corner block in the stone. Um, the other thing is with the design perspectives, I forgot to mention, we also do photography and video as well. So, as you'll see in episode 2, when I talk to Jesus and Erica with J&E Photography, you're going to learn a little bit more about them and how I've actually helped them with some of their business goals. But you'll also hear me somewhere talking about how I've worked with Jesus on a couple projects, and I've actually gone out and worked with him on certain things. So therefore, I have my own camera equipment and video equipment that I can do, and I partner up with other photographers and videographers in the area because I feel there's a big enough pie that everyone can share off of and help each other out. Once again, it's all about helping who you network and know, because I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. I want to make sure we're one big family community to make sure everyone's happy and satisfied. But long story short, the overall concept, I am like the rare unicorn in the room where people can look as me as a realtor, and I'll walk into my agency or I'll meet another random realtor somewhere, and they'll say, wow, that flyer looks really good. How much did it cost you? Well, I'll tell them the cost, and they go, wow. And they say, how much did that cost you? Or what did that go in the cost? And I look at them and I say, well, it's just paper, ink, and my time. That's about it. How much did that flyer cost you? And then they tell me, and I go, whoa, that's a little high, but maybe I can help you out on your next time. And they kind of look and say, well, you're in a different brokerage house. And I say, yeah, that's true. But once again, I'm not here to steal your business. I'm not here to undermine you. I want to make sure that I help you with your brand because that's one of my mission statements as Design Perspectives, as a visual brand consultant. I am here to help your brand grow. Yes. Will it hurt my business in the real estate? Yes. But will it help grow my design perspectives? Yes. So you got to take the positive and the negative, but I don't see any negatives. I see all positives, and that's where it should always be. So, with that going in mind, we're going to talk a little bit more about Socially Joe. So, I know I kind of did a quick overview of what it's about, but I'm going to take each part a little bit more different. Okay. With that, the first part is we're going to bring local business owners, entrepreneurs, or like I said, someone that's going to work with a company and they work a 9 to 5 job. We're going to bring them in. We're going to interview them. I'm going to find out what makes them tick, what makes them get up in the morning, go to their job, be happy with what they want to do, and what makes them unique. So, with that, we want to make sure that when the person comes on, they can talk about, how they either started, if they're an entrepreneur, let's just say right off the bat, they wanted to start their own business, how they start as an entrepreneur. What stepping stones did they have to go from point A to point B to make sure that everything was okay and fine before they took that final leap of faith and said, I'm ready to start my own business and go with it versus clinging on to a 9 to 5 job. We're going to bring the 9 to 5 people on. Obviously they work for some people, but the thing is they might enjoy their job, but they enjoy marketing the company or might enjoy talking about it and might even just specialize in that field. I want to bring them on and make sure that they can actually talk about their process of, how they got to the point where they are, that they'll get up in the morning, they'll go to the 9 to 5 job, they're happy doing their 9 to 5 job, and what makes their business unique off of someone else. Obviously, with any business I bring on here, I make sure it's clearly stated that there is no slander, there's no derogatory marks, there's no nothing like that, because this is all positive. I want nothing negative on this show in any way or form. I'm here to give information and help. The other part is, like I said, tips and tricks. With the tips and tricks part of anything, whether they work a 9 to 5 job or they're the entrepreneur, what kind of tips and tricks can they pass on to the next entrepreneurs or the 9 to 5ers that make them want to get out of bed, make them want to work and be happy at their job? Because once again, you got to know, if you're getting out of bed and you're miserable at your job, you're not going to do a very good job. But if you do a job that you love, you'll get up out of bed really early, you'll get brushed teeth, dressed, and out the door way before anything, and you will be out there having a great time making the best of your day. The other part, which was I think I touched a little bit base, is the trials and tribulations or the stepping stones. So point A to point B, I think I'm probably covered this, but I'm just going to go over it again. But make sure that, where they started from. Did they start off as, fresh out of college and said, I'm going to go here and I'm going to start this business? And how do I go point A to point Z with all those other letters in between? Marketing, design, marketing budgets, connections, networking, all that. So it makes you think. But we're going to get from point A to point Z to make sure that you actually find out what their thought process was, where they got there. Especially if it's even a 9 to 5 job. 9 to 5 jobs, they still got to get up. What was their process to get to that point? Example, I started off with my design firm. I'll go back a little bit and digress, but I went from 2017, where I got certified as a desktop publisher. And from 2017 all the way up, or not 2017, 1997. Sorry, I went a little too far in advance there, but 1997 I started in design, and I started in a sign shop. And from the sign shop, I worked into a newspaper. I worked with book publishers. I've worked for ad agencies, other type of sign shops that are throughout like car wrap areas. I even to I know I said ad agencies, but ad firms that are even a little higher in the spectrum. So I've worked the whole spectrum of my life going from point A to point B and making sure that, I learned every aspect of design. So that was point A to point Z for me. What made me start my own design business? Well, it was probably 2012. I sat there when I was working with the design firm. And I said, why am I doing this for someone when I can do it myself and get paid? So I took the leap and did design perspectives. And that's where, I started going from there. Hence, this is where I pretty much went on to that. So we're going to talk to these people and find out what their A through Z was to get them where they need to be. So a little bit more about me, or actually, no, I'm going to go over a little bit more. But long story short, the other part that I didn't mention, but I'm going to mention again, was the fact of once a month we're going to bring on nonprofits. We're going to talk to nonprofits locally and see how we can help them out, whether, donating money, volunteering, donating items that they might need, and just overall support. Nonprofits are a big thing in life, and we don't really see them. We just see all the big names on TV, or we get emails, or we get postcards, and, it just happens. You see it, and you're like, okay, this is yada yada ABC Inc. that's asking for more money or donations. But what about all the smaller companies out there, nonprofits, that don't have the budgets to go out there and afford this big budget marketing, but they still have good support systems that they want to make sure that they're in line with to help them out? So with that, I'm going to I have a stack of cards. I'm not lying to you people. I'm going to bring each one on. I'm going to sit